Since the unveiling of the Universe 6 characters and fighters for Team Champa, the one that's intrigued us the most is the character of Hit. And in the Dragon Ball Super Episode 38 next episode preview, we saw this guy look scary as hell. So on this video, I want to talk to JRZ Saiyan about what this guy might bring to the table, give some predictions for Episode 38, and talk about Hit's fighting style, speed, and everything else. Let's do it. Be sure to check out my Facebook page and interact with me directly there over at Geekdom 101 on Facebook. I'll leave the link down below. The next big fight on Dragon Ball Super is booked to be Vegeta versus Hit. And those of you who saw Dragon Ball Super Episode 37 and the next episode preview at the end of it, you know that Hit looks pretty damn scary. And if you did not see that episode, warning, this video will contain spoilers. So if you don't care about being spoiled, that's all well and good. Also, this video will contain spoilers for a future fight as well. So you've been warned now. Do not, thank you for supporting Geekdom, but do not keep watching if you don't want to be spoiled. It's not going to be a major spoiler, just light spoilers. So I'm joined here, wanted to talk about his fighting style, and joining me is a man who's very familiar with fighting, professional boxer and boxing trainer, JRZ Saiyan. Hello.
What's good, man? Very good to be here and talk about Hit. Woo.
I'm surprised that you didn't just jump and say, I'm not a professional.
Well, that too. I'm not a professional, but
you might be one day, right?
I might be one day, yes, sir. Especially
yes,
coaching.
Yes,
right.
This man has belts. This man wore 6 belts at one time.
Yes, they're very heavy, actually.
Very heavy, bro. Hey, you wore them in the beach, and we're in the sand, a sand castle. Let's talk about Hit, all right? Of course, everybody check out JRZ Saiyan. If you want to learn how to fight, if you want to learn how to box, and if you want to hear about Dragon Ball, go subscribe to JRZ Saiyan. The guy's pretty damn knowledgeable when it comes to boxing, and he's a pretty fast guy. So it's a good little channel there if you're into that kind of stuff. Plus, you'll be doing lessons soon, right, for all the people?
Yes, sir. Lessons and everything, footwork, how to get faster, how to get stronger
how to throw a jab correctly, head movement.
Yeah, everything.
You got to go check out the channel, guys. It's going to be exciting. Coming up in the next few weeks. Now, speaking of fast, this son of a bitch Hit looks fast. Now, I don't usually do videos where I analyze 30 seconds of footage. I think that our community is extremely oversaturated with videos of people doing that. But no, I'm kidding. But no, seriously, the community, there's a lot of speculation videos, but there's a couple things that we picked up on just from the limited amount of footage that we have, plus other stuff that was said before. So let's talk about that. First, Goku mentioned a couple weeks ago that Vegeta's been not showing his full strength because of Hito.
Yes.
Hito, whatever Hit. And a lot of people were like, whoa, like, what's the story with this guy? Did a video on Dino's channel about it. We talked about what his intentions may be. But the bottom line is that no matter which way you slice it, this guy hits pretty damn strong. And even Champa at the end of episode 37 was like, oh, we're down 3-1, but who cares? We have Hit. This guy's pretty fucking scary. And the next episode preview, even though it was very short, it looks like he's laying Vegeta to waste, bro. He's throwing some hands on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
What's up with this?
So the very first thing I picked up was his boxing stance. He was legit, fighting as a lefty, as a boxer.
He was a southpaw.
At very first glance, he was southpaw, yes, sir. And
which, by the way, I just want to ask you about this. Is it, because you are a boxing expert, is it true that southpaws cause trouble to traditionals?
Bro, don't you? Yes.
Yeah, let's talk about it, bro. You're a boxing pro.
All right, so southpaws, especially when I was smaller, when I first fought one, it was so hard to fight against. And the worst part was, it was at a state tournament. If I won, I go to nationals. It was the worst thing ever because I did end up losing very close. But because I had to literally switch up everything, I had to do everything opposite in order for it to work. So in order for me to land punches, it would be my right hand landing more than my jab. So my jab was pretty ineffective against a southpaw because they're opposite, and a lot of things southpaws can do is step on your feet because the feet are right next to each other when you're the stance.
The stance is the other way around, yeah, because you're pivoting on a different foot.
Yeah.
So the whole strategy of learning how to fight like you said, it's backwards because you have to use your head differently. You have to move your body
Yep.
differently because he's doing the opposite. Yeah, it seems like it would be a pain, and a lot of boxers never take fights with southpaws for that reason.
Yeah, so what I did and what my brother did at a very, very young age, after that, I told my brother, you know what? We need to learn how to fight both ways. So we learned how to fight southpaw and orthodox. So that's how we switch back and forth whenever it depends on our opponents. And, if our opponents have trouble, because, traditionals have trouble with southpaws, then we'll switch to southpaw and we'll start fighting in southpaw.
But
So
obviously, your right hand's stronger than your left hand.
oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's the only catch. Now, do you think Vegeta trained both orthodox and southpaw? Because if not, he's going to need to.
Uh, yes, he's going to need to. In the actual preview, he's only shown as orthodox and not southpaw. So
You should have been in there coaching him, bro.
So that was the first panel where it showed, Hit in a boxing stance, but then it paneled again, and I don't think Hit just has one martial arts background. Of course, it's Dragon Ball. It's all martial arts, all different kinds.
Yes.
So it pans again, and his stance resembles that of IP Man and his Wing Chun stance, and it was very interesting to me how after later on the preview I actually saw like, wow, this guy might actually be using both, because in the preview, you have anything to say before I keep going?
No, you keep going, man. You're
Okay.
doing great. I want to hear about Wing Chun. Yeah, what he did.
All right, so Wing Chun pretty much is fast strikes, fast punches and kicks. And we didn't get to see any kicks, but I'm pretty sure he might throw some kicks, right? But let's just concentrate about the punches. So they're fast, straight strikes at vital areas and like the arm, the chest, the head. But it wasn't just Wing Chun that he was using. Oh, excuse me.
Well, I was going to say, essentially, he's basically doing a combination of Western boxing and Wing Chun
Yes.
in that. And we've talked about this before. I did a video about Beerus, the God of Destruction, Beerus, and I talked about how his style was inspired very much from Hapkido, which is pressure points and throws. And that's how he was able to defeat the Z fighters with almost no use of any ki. He just threw them around with their own leverage.
Yep.
This is a little bit of a different style. This is more strike-based, but it's very focused, ba-bam, ba-bam. It's a very effective
Very
style
fast.
here.
Very fast.
Can Vegeta match up to this? And here's the thing that's very interesting is that Vegeta's fighting him in his Super Saiyan blue. He's fighting him in his blue-haired form.
It's crazy.
And this guy's still going in there. So this is the strongest guy they've faced in quite some time.
Yes.
Like outside the gods.
And it's not just strength, man. This is crazy amount of speed. Crazy, crazy amount of speed. Not only
He
is
might
the
be
fighting
more
fast,
dangerous than Golden Frieza.
Oh, bro, this guy is something else, man. All right, so it in the next, after it shows his Wing Chun stance, right? The very next panel of him like fighting, the next shot is him actually hitting Vegeta in the chest. So that resembles Wing Chun. That's not boxing. Boxing, you really don't hit someone in the chest. You aim more for the body or the head.
Yeah, and in boxing you go for the jaw or the
jaw,
eye or
the temple,
the
The
temple.
back
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
ear. There you go.
And also of course the liver and the rib cage because that hurts. It hurts.
Yes.
Yes.
And so the very next panel, it shows hitting him very fast strikes, straight strikes. And if you look at his hands, they're not really fists. They're kind of, if you watch IP Man, they resemble a lot. Like I'm talking about, this is really, really resembling IP
Wing
Man
Chun.
and the Wing Chun. So he's hitting him with the Wing Chun strikes in the chest very fast, and he's moving side to side like
boxing.
like boxing. So he's combining both, and I don't know. There's something else different about his hits because as you can see, there's something coming out. Like I guess I don't want to compare it to Naruto.
Yeah, it
but
looks
kinda
like he's hitting him and there's energy coming out of the shots.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is
there's
kind of
energy
like what
coming
he did to
out of the
Frost.
exactly, but all over his body. But this guy's doing it in punches, which is really interesting. So that's like a secret ability, bro.
Maybe Champa really doesn't have anything to worry about.
Dude, this guy is something else. So I mean, he's literally beating Vegeta to the pulp, and if he knows both, he can use Vegeta's attacks against him, kind of like Beerus. Wing Chun does that as well. That you use the other person's attacks against you as well.
Yeah, the
your
Hapkido.
strikes. Exactly.
And Aikido is very similar too. When you take Aikido, they attack you and you use your own leverage against them. So it's possible that he could do that. Now, of course, that begs the question. Here's the big question, right? Now we know that this guy's very fast. He's super fucking fast. Nobody can see him. He's probably, my prediction. I want to hear yours as well. He's probably gonna job out Vegeta. But in Vegeta's defense, he did fight 3 times. He fought Frost, he fought
Yes,
Vegeta,
he did.
fought Kabe. So this is his 4th
Yes.
fight now. He's probably worn out. What the
Oh,
hell
yeah.
can Goku do against this guy, man? I think Vegeta is doing the job next episode, but what can Goku do? Because Goku, you know, we talked about spoilers earlier. Goku is going to fight him at some point. What can Goku do?
Goku needs to really analyze this fight. He's very confident. Goku is very confident, as he always is, but he really needs to watch this fight. And because in the actual preview, it says that Goku and Piccolo can't really pick up what's happening. They have
fast, bro. This
that
guy might
fast.
eat him up, bro. Let's be real. It's a good
Yes.
possibility he might eat them all up, and Monaka might have to do something, or maybe Monaka will lose too. Who knows?
I mean, anything could happen right now. But as far as Hit, I mean, he even uppercuts. He uppercuts Vegeta. That's not part of Wing Chun. That's boxing, bro. He uppercuts
Yeah.
Vegeta, and you know his head. There's a beam going right through his head. So what Goku can do the best is really watch and try to find out weaknesses or tendencies. Because let's say I don't know, man. Because even if he has a weakness or tendency, it's gonna be really really hard to catch because how fast he's going. This guy is not only punching fast, he's moving fast.
And don't forget also Goku does have instantaneous movement, so that will help him out. Vegeta does not know that technique as far as we know.
Very true.
Yep.
I want to talk about a little other shot that it shows. Hits Vegeta in the temple and on the shoulder at like very vital points. And I think this is kind of if it's a 1 episode fight, which it can be considering how Hit is beating Vegeta.
I think it is, man. All the other ones have been pretty much.
Yeah, so if this is a 1 fight episode, I think those are the most vital shots that really puts Vegeta almost down to the count, and that's then I guess Hit would do something else, you know, hit him for good, and then put his hands in his pockets and start talking smack, bro.
We'll see what happens, man. So everybody check out JRZ Saiyan. I want to know your predictions down below and your thoughts on his unique style. Do you like it? Do you think it's maybe too old school Dragon Ball? I love the old school Dragon Ball martial arts style. Check out JRZ because eventually he's going to learn how to punch you and make a light come out the back of your head, and he'll show you how to do it. Remember, do you ever see that movie 3 Ninjas?
No.
Oh, that's right. You're a young guy. You gotta see that movie 3 Ninjas. You know, light the eyes, boys, light the eyes. But anybody here who's seen that movie knows what the fuck I'm talking about. But anyways, subscribe to the channel. Check out JRZ for boxing and Dragon Ball and Seattle Seahawks shit if you're a fan of that. But anyways, let us know your thoughts down below and we'll catch you down the road. Hey, Super Tubers, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and spread the word about the channel, and find me on these social media platforms.